Today on episode 42 of the Be a Marketer podcast, it's the very first Ask Dave episode, and I'm answering your questions about sign-up landing pages. This is the Be a Marketer podcast.
Be a marketer.
When you started your business, you probably didn't realize how many hats you'd actually have to wear. All of a sudden, you have to be an owner, you have to be a boss, you have to be the person making sure all the things go, all while making sure you're getting new customers to keep things going. And that means you also have to be a marketer. Listen, we get it. Marketing's not your thing. You're a business owner first, a marketer by necessity. The good news, you don't have to be a marketer alone. I'm your host, Dave Charest, Director of Small Business Success at Constant Contact, and I help small business owners like you make sense of online marketing. And on this podcast, we'll explore how to find the time to be a marketer. No jargon, no hype, just real stories to inspire you and practical advice you can act on. So, remember, friend, you can be a marketer, and at Constant Contact, we're here to help. Well, hello, friend, and thanks for joining me for our first Ask Dave episode of the year. I'm very excited about this episode, and today's question comes from Lily, and she is a marketing specialist at a promotional solutions company. So think branded swag here, right? Now, Lily's question is, I created a sign-up landing page. Where and how do I share it? First off, Lily, congratulations to you on getting that created. But before I get to your question specifically, I want to start with, well, what is a sign-up landing page for others listening? So a sign-up landing page is a standalone web page, which means you don't have to create it on your website, for example. And this is important because we know many of our customers don't always have easy access to their websites. And so the sign-up landing page really offers a simple and quick way to collect that contact information and grow your list. Also, what's fun about these sign-up landing pages is that you can design them with images, logos, and colors to match your brand and add text just like you were creating an email. And as you collect information, you can choose to collect as much or as little information as you like on the actual form. And once a contact hits submit, they get added directly to the list you choose in your Constant Contact account. And you can even create the thank you message that reveals after they submit their information. So let's go back to your question, Lily. Now that you have a sign-up landing page, where and how do you share it? Well, the first thing I like to do is run through the 3 ways that you can build your list to see if any apply to anything that you may be doing with your business in particular already. So the 3 ways are in person, in print, and online. So in person. Do you regularly go to events or trade shows, for example? So this would be a great place to promote your sign-up landing page. How would you do that? Well, since you've already created your page, you're going to see a URL or a link within your Constant Contact account, and you can just copy and paste that and use that to promote the landing page. Now, for an in-person event, what I'd recommend is you'd create a QR code that points to that sign-up landing page. You could have that on signage around your booth. You could even put it on a business card or any other takeaway materials. Now, here's something else to think about if you are doing regular events throughout the year. You can actually create a contact list in Constant Contact for each of these events. And then what you do is you can go up into that sign-up landing page that you created beforehand and just choose to point that to the correct list each time. That way you don't have to create a new landing page every time. And you're also going to be able to really track the list growth from each of those events that you've gone to. And you'll already have segments of people that if you want to talk to those people specifically and say like, hey, I met you at this event, you'll be able to contact them because you have that list already made. So quick tip there and aside for you. Now, I'd also use the same approach of a QR code at your physical location if you have a showroom or office that clients or customers visit often. Now for that, I may create a sign-up landing page that's unique for that specific location. So a separate one from the one you're going to be using at events, right? Now in print, you're going to really use a similar approach, but of course you're likely not going to be face-to-face with people, right? And so really here, what you're doing is you're putting your QR code on printed materials that you'll be sending out or that people take with them. So think about putting this on your promotional materials or catalogs or anything like that. Lastly, of course, is online. Now, since you'll likely already be using Constant Contact sign-up forms that are built into your website, you want to think about the other online places you can use to point people to your sign up landing page. So that could mean in employees' email signatures, for example, or from your social profiles. And also, I want to note that you should be making a plan to link directly to your sign up landing page in a post on your social from your social channels dedicated to letting people know why they should sign up for your list. You want to do this from time to time because you want to take those social contacts to a place that you own, such as your email list. Now, no matter where you're sharing it, the key here with any list growth really is to focus on the value someone is going to get in exchange for their contact information. So maybe it's a free gift or a discount, something like that. So let's recap here. Where and how do you share your sign up landing page? Well, the where, of course, is in person, in print, or online. How? You can use a QR code in places people can't click. And online, you can just use the link that points people directly to your sign up landing page. Lastly, focus on the value someone is going to get in exchange for their contact information. Well, Lily, I hope that helps. And thanks again for sending in your question. Listener, if you haven't yet tried creating a sign up landing page, be sure to log into your Constant Contact account and check it out. I'll also include some links in the form of how-to information in the show notes for you. And of course, friend, do you have a marketing question for me? Well, I'd love to hear it. If you're a Constant Contact customer, you can head right on over to the Constant Contact community to post your question for an upcoming Ask Dave episode. I'll include a link for you in the show notes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Be a Marketer podcast. If you have questions or feedback, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me directly at dave.charest@constantcontact.com. If you did enjoy today's episode, please take a moment to leave us a review. Your honest feedback will help other small business marketers like yourself find the show. Well, friend, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and continued success to you and your business.